Next.
Yes, it's Eric Previn, county resident from District 3. Today is an enormous agenda, so obviously, are we getting separate time on the separate budget resolution? Or no? Is that going to be called back? Well, I won't address it. All right.
You don't have to address
If you're going to call it up as an item, I'll come back on that. Okay, so then I'll start with item number 49, which is being continued, so I won't waste any time on it. But this is about ideas to increase voter registration, and it's coming back next week. So hopefully the folks can dovetail who are looking at the October 15th meeting in the Valley in Van Nuys with all the city council folks to work on that same problem. Item number 42, I would ask that, I rarely ask this, that the sheriff's request for cash just be looked at closely. There's two items on 15750 for $4,000, and then the very next week it's for $13,000, and it's cash. So I think we should just understand. You can ask McSweeney and Austin. These are the guys where obviously it's appropriate, but what is it for? Because it's a lot of cash, and it's more than usual. So item number 26 is job order contracting. Here, of course, the folks over at Public Works, and I think this is Parks and Rec, are using that system, sending money to South Carolina. Unbelievable. $10,000 being set aside for youth employment, so thank you for that. But over $17,000 to the Gordian and the in-house jock group. Outrageous. This is not appropriate use of county money. We should be doing that in-house, as Williams and the others know. Item number 24 is a very, very upsetting item about mental health, because it turns out 15% shortage in psychiatrists to show up to help with these characters. Now, the problem is we have been underpaying by about, 35% of what other counties are paying. So thank you for fixing it, but I just draw your attention to the date. It's September 2014. Outrageous that we have the DA working on diversion. We've approved one of the most enormous and idiotic plans for a new jail, and we've done so, by the way, with AECOM, A-E-C-O-M, presiding all along, and they're also, and I'll get to that in the 50s, the items in the 50s, they're also the guys who are looking after our infrastructure. So it really is, where does it end? I mean, I'm waiting for Mr. Fujioka to take a job as a consultant once he leaves. It's unbelievable. Item number 17 caught my attention because here we have the CDC, Mr. Ridley Thomas's favorite subgroup here at the county, who are the landlord to the Department of Mental Health. That caught me. I certainly hope they're not charging the kind of fees we're accustomed to from that group. Item number 14 is the mayor has done a great job approving the very, very special arts parking, but it's really nicely done. It's a $50,000 probably plus grant of parking, but it looks nice and clean. Supervisor Yaroslavsky, who and his team pulled out all the information about Malibu Nautica Triathlon, ought to learn from the mayor about how to disclose big numbers honestly and fairly. Item number 2, I don't know what it means, but it's very appreciative that Supervisor Molina, just before her campaign, is giving a $5,000 gift to a graphic and printing company. I just want to say thank you for that. And certainly item number 1 deserves serious attention. This is, once again, all the Board of Supervisors increasing the terms of folks who have been limited. It's an outrage. We want fresh eyes for the commission. And finally, item number 3P, I want to say genuinely thank you. We've got a synthetic field coming into an area about 3 miles from where I live for kids to play ball on. We absolutely appreciate it. I've been lobbying for that kind of thing for a long time, not lobbying in any kind of illegal sense or even legal, just because I think that's what we need in the Valley. And I think that the supervisor district candidates should take notice that this is the kind of course, the city is coming up with most of the money there, but still $165,000 had to get over Supervisor Yaroslavsky, and we do appreciate that. And finally, item 63B, Mayor Antonovich, if I got it correct, wants to name a warship the Diane Feinstein. But I might have that wrong because the time is so pressed. And that concludes my remarks for today. Thank you.
All right.